My name is Maria. I am 20 years old. I live alone in a small house in Huaraz, a quiet town in Peru. Huaraz sits under the big Andes Mountains. The streets are made of stone. The houses are old and silent. I see mountains every day. They're tall and beautiful. I like to watch them from my window in the morning. The mountains make me feel calm. This town is peaceful, but it feels lonely. Long ago, it was noisy with people and laughter. Now it's just me and the quiet. I work hard to live. I make things with my hands, little keychains and bracelets. Then I sell them at the market in Huaraz. Every day I sit at my table in the market. People come and go. They buy my things, but they don't talk much. I don't mind. I like my work. It keeps my hands busy and my mind quiet. But sometimes I feel empty inside. I want something more. I want noise. I want life. 5 years ago, my world changed. I was 15. A big earthquake came to Huaraz. It was loud and scary. The ground shook hard. My house fell down. I hid under a table. I heard my mother scream. I heard my father shout my name. Then everything went quiet. When the shaking stopped, I crawled out. My house was gone. My parents were gone. The earthquake took them. I was alone. After that, I learned to live with silence. I had no choice. Now I wake up early every day. I make my keychains and bracelets. I walk to the market. I sell them. Then I come home. At night, I sit by my window. I look at the mountains. They stand there, strong and still. I feel small next to them. I hoped for a noisy life, I say to myself. My voice is soft. No one hears it. The mountains don't answer. The town stays quiet. I miss my mother's voice. She used to sing. I miss my father's stories. He made me laugh. Now there is only me and my thoughts. Sometimes I think about love. I see couples in the market. They hold hands. They smile. I wonder what it feels like. My life is silent, but my heart is not. It wants something big. It wants something loud. I don't know what will come. I don't know who will come. But I hope, but I won't. Every morning I look at the mountains. Every night I dream of noise. I work. I wait. My world is quiet now, but I feel it won't stay that way. Something is coming. I don't know it yet, but love will break my silent world. I wanted more for my life. Selling at the market in Huaraz was not enough, so I decided to try something new. I heard about a big travel fair in town. People from far away came to see the Andes. I worked hard every night. I made more keychains and bracelets. I wanted them to be pretty. I walked 2 hours to the fair with my bag. My legs were tired, but I didn't stop. I set up a little table there. I smiled at people. I hoped they would buy my things. That's where I met Juan. He was a tour guide. He showed people the mountains. He was tall and handsome. His smile was big. He walked to my table one day. "These are nice," he said. He picked up a bracelet. He gave me money and winked. "I'm Juan," he said. I felt my face get hot. "I'm Maria," I said back. He came to my table every day after that. He talked a lot. He told me about the mountains. He made me laugh. My quiet world felt different with him. One afternoon, Juan asked me to walk with him. We went to a small hill near Huaraz. The mountains looked so close. We sat on the grass. "You're special, Maria," he said. He held my hand. His hand was warm. I smiled. My heart felt full. My silent days were gone. Juan made them loud with his words and his laugh. I liked him. I worked harder at the fair. I wanted to see him more. But then something happened. One day at the fair, I saw Juan with a girl. She was pretty. He leaned close to her. He laughed too loud. He touched her arm. My stomach hurt. I waited until she left. Then I walked to him. "Who is she?" I asked. My voice was small. Juan smiled big. "Just a friend," he said. But later I heard from a woman at the market. She said Juan loved that girl, not just a friend. I felt cold. I asked him again, "Do you love her?" I said. Juan's face changed. He looked down. Then he knelt. "No, Maria. I only love you," he said. His eyes were wet. "I'm sorry. It won't happen again." I looked at him. I wanted to believe him. My heart said yes. "Okay," I said. He hugged me tight. After that, Juan stayed close. He stopped talking to other girls. He asked me to marry him. I said yes. We had a small wedding in Huaraz. My friends came. They clapped and danced. Juan kissed me. Everyone cheered. I wore a white dress. I felt happy. My silent world was gone. I thought my silent world was full of love now, I said to myself. The mountains watched us. I smiled at Juan. He smiled back. I thought everything was good. I thought he was mine forever. Life felt good after the wedding. Juan worked as a tour guide. I sold my keychains and bracelets. We lived in our small house in Huaraz. I cooked for him. He kissed me every morning. I smiled a lot. My silent world was loud with his voice. I trusted him. I loved him. The mountains stood tall outside. They watched us. I thought my life was perfect. I thought Juan was mine forever. One day, Juan had a big job. He led a group of people from Spain. They wanted to see the Andes. He was gone for 3 days. I missed him. I decided to surprise him. I made a bottle of water and some bread. I walked to the camp where his group stayed. It was far. My legs hurt, but I wanted to see his smile. The sun was hot. I carried my bag and kept going. I was happy to help my husband. When I got there, I saw tents. People talked and laughed. I looked for Juan. Then I saw him. He was inside a tent. A woman was with him. She had long hair. She wore a red shirt. They were close, too close. Juan kissed her. His hands touched her face. Her clothes were messy. My heart stopped. My bag fell to the ground. The water spilled. I couldn't move. My eyes burned. I shouted, "Juan!" My voice was loud and shaky. He turned. His face went white. The woman looked at me. She smiled a little. Juan ran out of the tent. "Maria, wait!" He said. I stepped back. "What are you doing?" I asked. My voice broke. He laughed a cold, mean laugh. "You're boring, Maria," he said. "I need fun. She's fun." His words hit me hard. My chest hurt. I felt sick. He pulled the wedding ring off his finger. He threw it on the ground. It rolled in the dirt. "This marriage is nothing," he said. The woman laughed behind him. I fell to my knees. I picked up the ring. It was cold. My hand shook. Tears ran down my face. I looked at Juan. His eyes were empty. He didn't care. I wanted to hit him. I wanted to scream. But my throat was tight. I wanted to die, but I was trapped, I thought. People from the camp stared at me. Some whispered. I felt small. I felt stupid. My love was a lie. Juan was not mine. He never was. He loved many girls. I was just one. I stood up. My legs were weak. I held the ring tight. It cut into my hand. I looked at Juan one last time. He turned away. He went back to the woman. They laughed together. I walked home alone. The mountains watched me. They were silent. My world was silent again. But it was worse now. It was broken. Love broke my silent world. It didn't make it better. It made it hurt. I cried all night. My tears fell like rain. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who I was anymore. I didn't leave my house for days. I sat on my bed. I held Juan's ring. It was cold and heavy. My eyes were red from crying. My heart felt empty. The mountains outside my window looked far away. I didn't want to sell keychains. I didn't want to see people. I didn't want to live. Juan's words stayed in my head. You're boring, he said. I felt small. I felt broken. My silent world was gone, and now I had nothing. One morning, someone knocked on my door. It was Sophia. She was my friend from school. She heard about Juan. She sat next to me. Maria, she said, you are better than this. Her voice was soft but strong. You worked hard. You lived alone after the earthquake. You are not boring. You are enough. I looked at her. My throat hurt. I wanted to believe her. That night, I stood by my window. I looked at the Andes Mountains. They were big. They didn't break. I will not break, I said to myself. My voice was quiet, but I meant it. I made a plan. I couldn't stay in Huaraz. It hurt too much. I packed my clothes and my tools for making keychains. I took a bus to Cusco, another town in Peru. The ride was long. I looked out the window. The mountains followed me. Cusco was different. It was busy. People laughed in the streets. The air felt new. I found a small room to rent. I started again. I worked hard in Cusco. I made new bracelets and keychains. They were prettier than before. I learned to sell them online. People liked my work. I saved money. I rented a small shop in the market. I painted it blue. Every day, I opened my shop and smiled at customers. My hands were busy. My heart felt lighter. I didn't cry anymore. I felt strong. I liked my new life. Cusco was noisy, but it was my noise. One day, Juan came to my shop. I froze. He looked tired. His smile was gone. Maria, he said, I'm sorry. I was wrong. Come back to Huaraz. His voice was soft. He touched my hand. I pulled away. I looked at him. My heart didn't hurt anymore. You killed my love, I said. You laughed when I cried. I don't need you now. My voice was loud. My hands didn't shake. Juan's eyes widened. He said nothing. I turned away. I closed my shop door. He left. I stood outside my shop. The sun was warm. People walked by. They talked and laughed. I looked at the mountains in the distance. They were still there, strong and quiet. I wasn't silent anymore. I was free. Juan broke my world, but I built a new one. I worked for it. I fought for it. I didn't need his love. I had my own. I was enough. I smiled. My heart felt big. My life was mine again. Now I live in Cusco. My life is different. I have a small shop in the market. It's blue and bright. I sell my keychains and bracelets every day. People come from far away. They smile at me. They say, "These are beautiful." I say, "Thank you." My hands are busy. My heart is full. I earn enough money to eat and sleep. I don't need much. I like it this way. Cusco is noisy. The streets are full of voices. I hear music sometimes. It's loud, but it's good. My world is not silent anymore. Every afternoon I sit outside my shop, I drink tea. I look at the mountains. They are different from the ones in Huaraz, but they are still strong. The sun shines on them. I feel warm. I watch people walk by. Some hold hands. Some laugh. I don't feel sad when I see them. I used to want that. I used to want Juan's love. Now I don't. I have my shop. I have my life. That's enough for me. Sometimes I think about the past. I still see Juan's smile sometimes. I say to myself, his face comes to my mind. His laugh echoes in my ears. It doesn't hurt anymore. It's just a memory. I remember Huaraz too. I remember the earthquake. I remember my parents. I miss them. I always will, but I don't cry now. The past made me strong. It taught me to stand. It taught me to live alone. I'm not afraid of silence anymore. I can make my own noise. One day I stand in my shop. The market is busy. People talk and buy things. I hold a new bracelet. It's red and gold. I made it with my hands. I smile at it. A woman buys it. She says, "You're good at this." I nod. I feel proud. I look out at the mountains. They shine under the sky. I think about everything. Juan broke my silent world. He hurt me. He lied. But I didn't stay broken. I left. I worked. I built something new. Love broke my silent world, but I made a new one, I say to myself. My voice is soft, but I hear it. The mountains hear it. The market is loud around me. I smile big. I am not the girl from Huaraz anymore. I'm Maria from Cusco. I am strong now. I'm happy now. My life is mine. The past is far away. The future is here. I close my shop at night. I walk home. The stars shine above me. I feel peace. My world is loud and good. I am whole.